Hey everyone, this is Kush77 on Xbox Live and PSN, here with my recruiting video for NCAA 13. I'm going to kick this up to Heisman level recruiting, just for the sake of this video, make it a little difficult. I'm going to do this with Nebraska. I didn't want to take a 6-star school. Nebraska's a 5-star. I'll be going up against Michigan and Ohio State, so I think this will be a pretty good video, pretty good school choice for that. So there's some changes this year. Last year I didn't do a recruiting video before the game came out because they really didn't make any changes to recruiting last year. This year there's some different changes, some different things. We got scouting in the preseason and dynamic grades and everything like that. So first thing we're going to do, first thing I always do, and whenever I forget to do this, it pisses me off. Go to strategy, turn all this off. I hate it when they load up your recruiting board with 35 guys. Drives me insane. You never need that many guys. So you look at Nebraska's needs: one strong safety, one middle linebacker, one wide receiver, one punter. Usually go after more than that, of course. That's just the minimum that you need. So if it says you need one wide receiver, go after 2 or 3, whatever you feel like doing. Dynamic recruiting, grades can change during the year now. This is one of the things. You go here, you look at your school's grades. Right now, Nebraska is a C+ for championship contender. But if they were to start the year 10-0, week 10, week 11, that grade could go up to a B or a B+. Also, playing style, depending on how you play the game. If you come out and you're pass happy, you can increase that grade during the season. Right now, it's a C+. Recruits will see that as a C+. Middle of the road for Nebraska. They're kind of balanced. They run, they pass, they run, they pass. But if you come out and do all running, that grade can go up. So these are the things that can change throughout the course of the year. Some of these can't change till after the year, or like program tradition. You probably have to win a couple national titles for that to go up. But some of these things can change during the course of the year. Academic prestige, I don't know how you would increase that. Coach stability is obviously something. I just signed a 3-year contract as a new coach, so the coach stability is a low grade. So I have some strong points with Nebraska, but also have some low grades too. So we'll see how that goes. So we're going to go to the recruiting board here, if my B button would work. All right. So we don't have many needs. So let me actually go to the prospects. And see, I'm recording this while I'm doing it. Usually when I do my videos, I'll record the gameplay first and then go back and do the voiceover. But I'm actually doing this while I'm recording it, so I'll find, I'll see things when you see them. So I'll be surprised or not surprised. I'll see things unfold as you're watching this video on YouTube as well. All right, so I'm going to look for players that are interested in me first at the positions we need. One of them was wide receiver, so let's go find the wide receivers. All right, so this is who's interested in Nebraska here. Got a couple 4-stars, and as you notice, we can do scouting in the preseason, and you get 20 hours of scouting. So even though I only need a handful of prospects, in previous years when I, in recruiting situations where I only need 5 guys or 4 positions, I would just take 10 or 11 guys, really focus on them until I got them locked in, and then start going after other guys. But now I'll probably put about 16 guys on my recruiting board and scout them to see if you can find those gems, which is one of the new features for recruiting this year, one of the new changes. All right, so let's see, 6'3", 200 pounds. Right now he's a 71 overall. Let's see, on 3rd place, I'll put him on my recruiting board. Let's see, Ray Fletcher, 6'1", 187. 3rd here. Let's see, who else we got here? Yvonne Wood. We'll go with him, 6'2". I like going for the taller receivers. How far behind am this guy? 60. Let's see, this guy, 57. That's too low. 4-star, 68 overall. See, this can change though. They can go up and down once you start scouting them. Now, see, look at this guy. He's a 4-star. He's a 68. Once I do some scouting on him, if he continues to drop, I'll just remove him from my board. So I'll add this guy since he's a 73 overall. And then, as always, now you can break into the top 10. It's a lot easier now than previous years. So you can, like this guy, he only has Utah listed right now. So, I might throw him on my recruiting board. Trying to see if I can find someone taller. See, he's 6'2", 202, and he just has Stanford on there. He's from California, so that's going to be a little harder. But let's see who has the higher rating. I'll go with the 79. I'll go with this guy. He's from California too, but we'll go with him. And we'll scout him and see how he shakes out. All right, strong safety. I believe I needed that. Team needs wide receiver on offense, middle linebacker, strong safety punter. Okay. Back to strong safeties. Is that the only guy that's interested? That's the only one? Really? For Nebraska? Wow. Just a 3-star guy. 63 overall. I think I'll have to try to go for 4-star here. Let's try this guy from Illinois. I think I can easily break in there with him. We'll throw this 3-star on there as a backup, just in case. Let's recruit Canada. Yeah, Nebraska's big in Canada. Let's go with Canada there. Throw him on the board, and again, we'll throw this 3-star guy on there just for the hell of it. We'll recruit him, see what happens there. All right, need a punter. See, now see you got 4-star punters now. We got 3, in fullbacks, you'll actually have like 3 4-star guys. All the 5-star prospects, last year, 2 years ago, it was always running backs, wide receivers, athletes, and quarterbacks. You never saw 5-star linebackers or anything else. You got more of a variety this year. Okay, 2 stars at 67. Well, 4-star at 86 overall punter. I will at 85. Let's add him to the board, and I'll add that 2-star there. We'll see if we can break in. We'll scout this punter and see if he goes off. He's already projected to be an 86 overall, which is pretty high. We'll see if that goes up or down. What else did I need? Was it a middle linebacker? I believe so. Yeah. Yes, middle linebacker. Throw a couple middle linebackers on the board there. Okay, and second place on his list, so that's good. We'll throw him on the board. Then we have Sam Anderson, 72, only 100 points behind. He's actually rated higher. We'll throw him on there. We'll go after those 2 guys. Now, how many guys do I have on the board? I got 11 guys. Okay, so I got 11 guys on my recruiting board. Those are my targets. Those are the positions I need. That's my primary focus. Now, I'll throw 5 more guys on the board. I'm not going to scout 20 guys. Just so I don't want to make this video too long. So let's go back to prospects. And this is a strategy of mine that I've used the last couple of years. Go to all the prospects. Go to the highest overall. Find the guys in positions you maybe want some extra depth. And find guys that are first on your list. Okay, where you're number 1. And these guys, you could possibly get these guys as a day one signing. You offer them the scholarship right away. And sometimes I've found if you add like 5 or 6 guys like that to your board, you can get 1 or 2 of them on day 1. So it's kind of nice when you can do that. So let's see here. He's number 1 on the list. Let's add him. Guard, Mark Hart. All right, 4-star athlete, Tony Holt, 6'1", 205. We'll add him to the list. We'll add a running back to 3-star. See, 4-star is only at 69 overall. Wow, that's tough in Nebraska here. All right, here's a 4-star running back, a 72 overall, Eddie Ward. We'll add him, and then we'll scout all these guys too. So try to find one more guy. The center, 77 overall, 4-star. 3rd place, we'll add him. We'll scout him. And let me show you all the prospects too. Overall, just to give you an idea of there's more. You see a lot of 5-star athletes right off the bat. I was just telling you guys that they have more of a variety. So far, it doesn't look that way, but there you go. 5-star defensive end. I don't think I saw a 5-star defensive end on last year's game. There's another 5-star outside linebacker. Never saw that last year. Maybe give an occasional middle linebacker, but I don't remember. 5-star guards. There you go. So you have a little more variety. A 5-star free safety, 5-star center. 5-star corner. You had 5-star corners last year, I believe. 5-star tackles you occasionally see. So a little bit of a mix. The outside linebacker is different. I swear I did not see one 5-star outside linebacker last year. So there's that. So let me add the number 1 recruit overall just for the hell of it, and see if we can land him. Which is an athlete, 6', 224. Could probably end up being a linebacker. So let's add him from Mexico, Missouri. All right, let's see if we can get in on his top 10. All right, so I had 5 more guys. We got 16 total, and forgive me if my voice is as it's early in the morning here when I'm recording this. I have to have a drink here. Excuse me. I'll be drinking throughout this video. Diet Coke. No, I don't start drinking this one. All right, so let's go to the recruiting board here. All right, so now we got in the preseason. You still have 20 hours of scouting time, so you can get 20 guys on your board and dedicate an hour to each guy. If you find out a guy's a bust, you can remove him from your board, so you don't have to worry about wasting time on him during the regular season recruiting. All right, so we'll go and scout every guy. Here's Adam Silva. You go here, give him a full hour, press A, and then things will start to unlock. And you can hold down A, unlock it all right away. So now already he's gone down 2 points from 71 to a 69. And we'll go through and do this with everybody. Ivan Wood. So 68 overall going in. Now he's gone up 2, and he's 52% scouted, so we're halfway with him. And then during the season, every week you get 3 hours to scout on. So use all your time here in the preseason because you only get 3 hours a week during the season. We got 1 point change for him. Went up to 74. Trent McCarthy, 79 coming in. Oh, went up 3, up to 82. And sometimes you'll get guys who are 3 stars and they're, quote, gems, and they'll go up 8 or 9 points, and you'll get a 3-star who might be rated a 68, and he'll go up 8 points to a 76 and be rated higher than a 4-star, or maybe even get similar to a low 5-star. Marshall Muller. Say, isn't that Eminem's? No, what's Eminem's name? Marshall Mathers. Rudy. And no change there. Justin Lowe. Strong safety, a position we need. I think this was a 3-star guy. He's a 63. Let's see if he goes up at all. Up to 64. Punter. I was interested to see how this guy would do. 86 overall punter. Let's see if he goes up or down. And see, there's not many attributes unlocked for a punter, so he's 100% scouted, and he went down a point. So his overall is 85. That's fine for a 4-star guy. Let's see. There's a 2-star punter who's a 67. Give him an hour and unlock everything. Now, see that? I don't know if they'll consider him a gem. He did go up 7 overall to 74. Will the game consider him a gem? Yep. See, if you look at the top there, see where it says gem? As my voice keeps cracking. Sorry about that. So, yeah, this guy's a gem. He was only a 2-star prospect. He's a 74 overall. This guy was a 4-star. He's an 85. So he's only 11 points higher. This 2-star is probably rated higher than a lot of the 3-star punters. So look for those guys. And that's, even though you might not go after a bunch of guys in the regular season, add them to your board, scout them, and who knows, they might be worth going after. Especially if you find a bunch of 3-star guys that are at the top of your list and you can get them and recruit them pretty easily, add them to your board, scout them, and, try to find those gems. And then, of course, you can have busts, too, which I've seen, and hopefully we'll find a bust on here. Just hoping so we can show you guys as I do this. All right, John Harris. Number 1. Linebackers. Yeah, these are still the guys that I need. My needs. Linebacker, strong safety, punter, wide receiver. Sam Anderson goes down 1 point overall. Okay, guard. Now these are the guys that were number 1 on my list. I just added them, except that number 1 overall prospect. See how these guys shake out. He went down 2 overall, 100% scouted. He is what he is. He'll be a 76. 4-star athlete. On up 2, 72. 4-star running back. Eddie Ward. up 2. Well, except for that one gem, that punter, nothing drastic has happened so far. Just guys going up 1 or 2 points either way. This should unlock all of his scouting here. -2, so we're going to go 7.5. Here's the #1 overall prospect in the nation, a 5-star athlete. And I haven't seen a triple threat athlete yet. I don't know if it shows you that, like it says gem at the top. I've yet to come across that, but then again, I haven't recruited all that much. I've started 1 season about halfway through, so I haven't seen a triple threat athlete yet. So let me add one. I'm gonna add one more guy because I want to see if we can find a bust just to show you. Let's see. See, as I look at the athletes, I'm not sure where it would indicate they're a triple threat athlete. Again, I don't know if that's something that shows up where it would say gem or bust at the top. Right there where it says at the top, where next to the overall, where it says 0% scouted. I don't know if triple threat would show up there because I don't know. I've yet to see that. So hopefully we'll find it. Let me add a couple athletes here just to see if we can find a triple threat and also see if any of these guys will be bust. Now, I'm not going to necessarily go after these guys once the season starts. I'm going to worry about going after the positions I need. But let's just scout these guys and see what happens. No change at all. That's exciting. And you might as well use all 20 hours in the preseason. Don't let them go to waste. You went up 2. Good old Bolingbrook, Illinois. I believe Bolingbrook won the state title. Class 6A, 7A? I'm not sure. All right, so nothing, no dramatic change here. So there we go. There are your athletes. And we will advance to the regular season and get into the weekly recruiting. All right, back for week 1 recruiting. Now, it's the same as before. We have 10 hours every week, only 3 hours to scout a player. And we have all those guys that we added onto our board here at the bottom, those athletes. Not going to dedicate time to them. I just wanted to see if, they were bust or triple threat athletes. So now we're going to go after the guys we need. This guy went down 2, but let's see. Let's recruit him some more or scout him some more before we give him a half hour. See if he's going to be a bust. Now he went back up a point. So he might not be a bust. So okay, let's give him a call. You know what, this week I'm gonna focus on the guys that I need. These 11. Actually, here let's I'll do these guys first. Focus on the needs first. Let's do 5. I want to save some topics, save some minutes for those guys that are #1 on my list, just so I can offer them a scholarship. All right, so this is a little different now. You don't have like what do they call it, like the roulette style, where it just kind of pops up, and then there's no more change the topic, any of that. So you still have the same stuff to sell to the prospect: championship contender, campus lifestyle, all that stuff. And then there's a prospect's choice. And prospect's choice, you press that, you select that, and he'll pick a topic, and it will unlock. And you get a bonus for that, like anywhere from 15 to 25 points. So I always offer scholarships right off the bat. There you go. And see, it's a little different now. You kind of scroll side to side, not ready for a visit. You can still make promises. I think all the promises are unlocked right off the bat now for every team. I haven't played with a small school, but I think I started a season with Illinois and everything was unlocked, so I assume they're unlocked for every team. All right, so let's sell our strong points here. Athletic facilities. I always want to unlock. I want to find the importance first. Know where he stands, if he likes it, if he doesn't like it. So then if we get the visit right away, we can get the early visit and touch on all his high interest points to maximize the visit. Okay, so we got a high and a very high right off the bat, so that's good. That's a low, not good. Let's see, a couple more left. Let's do the TV exposure. Very high. Okay, so that's good. So if somehow by next week he wanted to visit in week 2, I don't know if Nebraska has a home game in week 2, but we have, three, we have, I think, 2 very highs and a high. Let's see here. Scroll over with the bumpers. Let's see, very high. So if we wanted to go on a visit, 2 very highs and a high, I'd be comfortable selecting those 3. And then if you win the game, that'd probably be at least an A-, A, or A+ visit. So ideally, you like to have most very high, very high. That's the best case scenario. All right, so let's see. We have another wide receiver here. I'm going to focus on scouting the wide receivers. So we'll give them a half hour each. Oh, we might have found ourselves a gem, even though I think he's a 4-star. But this is one of those cases where a 4-star could end up being rated higher than a 5-star. So let's give him the 5 topics there. Scholarship. All right, let me do a prospect's choice, show you what that's all about. Now he selected coach stability, unfortunately. So he selected coach stability -3, but since we selected it through prospect's choice, we got extra 19 points out of it with 16 overall, which is still terrible. So we'll go with our strong points here. And see now how they're grayed out. You can't select them. You can only select these once. It's not like back with NCAA 9 where we used to have the smiley football and you could just keep hammering the same point over and over. Even though it's not the roulette style, kind of just thing pops up and you have to choose that one. It's not that style anymore, but you only get to pick something once and you can't keep hammering the same thing over and over during the course of that week. Like you used to be able to do on NCAA 9 where you do that call and just you keep pressing that topic until the football started frowning or you got hung up on. Ugh, not good, not good. Very low. Hopefully they'll like this. Ugh, man. Not good. So, $2.99, mostly because of the scholarship. All the topics were terrible. And he went up to 75 overall. All right, so let's scout this receiver. Give him a half hour. Acceleration 90. He's up to a 75. Kevin James, King of Queens. Prospect's choice. There we go. Got a very high. He has that extra 19 points for the bonus. So we give him the scholarship offer. Not good. 6 points. Yeah, if they don't like something, you don't get any points. And if it's low, it's least. Yeah, you're not going to get anything. Wow. All right, so these last 2 haven't gone very well. All right, 5-star wide receiver, number 2 on his list. I want to scout him. I want to scout him all the way. I want to see where he is. Like an hour 30 left. Let me give him a full hour. See if that gets him to 100% locked or scouted. It does. See, he went down. Wow, he went down 3 more. Let me see. He was just an 82. -3 was 76. That'd be -6. Huh. I don't understand how that worked. Maybe he's -3 of what he was originally. Maybe that's the neck. Maybe I can't remember, but maybe he came in as a 79 and now he's a 76. He was just an 82 a second ago. So now you have a case where you have a 5-star receiver who's a 76, and then you have a 4-star receiver who's a 75, and 2 4-star receivers who are 75. Where this guy came in as a 68, and he's already a +7 to a 75, and he's equal to a 5-star guy. So we'll still, I'll still go after him. Maybe not as hard. But see, that's the good thing about scouting. Then you can realize, okay, this guy isn't projected what I thought he would be. I'm not even going to bother going after him. You can remove him from your board and dedicate time elsewhere. But who knows? This guy might end up liking, our strong points more than those other guys. So we'll see. And that's the strategy behind recruiting. See, already this call's gone better than the previous 2 guys. I've already unlocked a very high and a most on my A grades. So if I had to choose right now, if my time was really stretched and I needed a lot of different prospects besides wide receiver, I'd probably go after this wide receiver who had, I got 2 very highs and a high, and this guy where I've already unlocked his most and a very high, even though his projection's gone down a little bit. These two guys, the calls did not go very well. All my A grades are like low, very low, least. So in a situation where if you needed a lot of different positions, this is a point where I would just remove these 2 guys from my board and focus on what's his name, Adam Silva and Trent McCarthy. All right, so let's go to the other needs here. Strong safety. 5. A, low. Program tradition. Average. Conference prestige. See, this is not going very well. Now let's go with the prospect's choice. Okay, very high, so that's good. And a complete disaster of a call. What do I have? 3 strong safeties on the board. Let's give him a full Canada. We're going hard in Canada. Very high. Athletic facilities, very low. Tradition, low. Conference prestige, come on, give me something above average. All right, let's go with the prospect's choice to end it. Hope to unlock his most. No, just average. All right, well, hopefully it'll go a little better with the last strong safety. Now this guy's only a 3-star. Let me give him the last half hour to see where he stands. I'm up another point. This guy's my fallback plan. I'm number 2, and I'm recruiting against Illinois, so I don't need to dedicate a lot of time because I can eventually go after Illinois and hammer them down the line. So this isn't a prospect where I necessarily need to spend 5 or 6 topics, 60 minutes, 50 minutes on. Nobody's liking what Nebraska's selling so far. He takes the playing time. Playing time a D+, is that right? I thought I needed a strong safety. Why would the playing time be a D+ if that was one of my needs? Do you think that'd be a better grade? I mean, I might have a starter coming back, but let me see. Strong safety. I think I have 2 seniors graduating. I don't know why the playing time would be a D+. Is that right? I think I read that right. Let's see. Maybe playing time, we'll go to strong safeties. Oh, for him, see, this is where the dynamic grading comes in. Because he's a 3-star prospect, see, I'm learning this now as you, because I haven't encountered this yet. Because he's a 3-star, he wouldn't project the starts. And it's probably based on the overall of the strong safety that's currently on Nebraska's roster, who will be coming back next year. So we'll assume that he's going to be rated as 68 or whatever he is. He's not going to take the starting job. So his playing time is going to be D+, whereas our Massey there, who's probably a 4-star prospect, he's probably projected to be higher rated, thus he'd have an A+ for playing time because he would most likely start next year coming in as a freshman. Oh, good. I'm glad I saw that because I wasn't sure why that was. So it can change. The grades change for each prospect. So that's interesting. That's the first time I've come across that. So that's good to see. All right, back to the recruiting board. The punters. Let's see. This punter's an 85. Why not? We'll go 5 topics. Give him the scholarship. Prospect's choice, right? All right, there we go. Got most unlocked. That's good. Playing time. Never understood this. Whenever you go kickers and punters, you think the playing time would be very high most. Do you think, like, if you're a punter or a kicker, do you really want to sit on the bench for a couple of years? I've been saying this about NCAA for years in terms of recruiting punters and kickers. Their interest in playing time should always be high. I mean, if you're a kicker, do you want to go ride the bench for 3 years? What's the point? If you're a kicker or a punter, you want to be kicking and punting right off the bat, There's not much to learn. It's not like being a quarterback. You're like, oh, let me sit back my freshman year and learn the playbook or whatever. I mean, I just never understood that. All right. The gem punter. Now, see, I'd be perfectly fine not getting this 4-star punter who's an 85 because I find this 2-star punter who's a gem, diamond in the rough, and is a 74. It's fully scouted. So let's go 5 topics here. Give him a scholarship. And the good thing is, once you get into like online dynasty recruiting and you're recruiting against friends and other people, they might not scout the same player, and you find this 2-star gem, and you could probably easily lock up this guy. So, for example, let me look at his top school. So let's say we're in an online dynasty, and let's say I'm Nebraska, my buddy's Penn State, and my other buddy's Tennessee, and my other buddy's Iowa. They might not have scouted this particular prospect. So even though there's 5 schools ahead of me, I scouted this guy. I'm the only one who knows that this guy is a gem or a diamond in the rough, whatever you want to call it. So I should be able to easily leapfrog all these guys because they're probably not going to offer a scholarship. They're probably not going after this guy because they're just viewing him as, oh, he's just some 2-star punter that's rated at a 67, but I've scouted him and I know he's actually a 74. So that adds like another little twist to recruiting, especially in online dynasties when you're recruiting with friends and other humans. So very interesting. I like that. So far we got a low, average, low, very low. There we go, we got a very high. Give me something, give me something. And I think the quicker you unlock their interest, the quicker they're willing to come for a visit. If you just decided to go for straight points or attacking the other school without unlocking the importance, I think unlocking the importance helps you get the visit quicker. All right, so we still got a couple needs. Excuse me, middle linebacker. Let's see, I'm all out of scouting time, so I'll just give this guy a full 60. Give him the full hour. I'm trailing Iowa by how much? 140 points. Not bad. That can be easily made up. See, now I've unlocked the most. My grade here was better than Iowa's, so next week or in 2 weeks, I'll be able to hammer Iowa on this point if I'm still neck and neck for this recruit. That's why I like unlocking as many topics, as many interests as I can right off the bat. See, that's another thing. A-, his interest is high. I believe Iowa's was a C-, so that's a second topic I'll be able to hammer Iowa on. All right, down to my last topic. I'll start with prospect's choice. There we go, B. You got a high prospect importance, so that's good. Overall, solid call. I feel good about getting this this recruit, and next week I'll probably dedicate some scouting time to him. So there we go. Sam Anderson, I'm 4th on his list, but only 100 points behind. Give him a scholarship. Good start. Very high on my A. Average on the second A. A-, most. There we go. Very good. Very good. Ooh, very low. Let's hope for something better there. Alright, let's do stadium atmosphere. We'll do the prospect's choice. If you have that prospect very high, now or high on a B+, that's good. So, like I said, if he was somehow ready for a visit next week, I got 3 solid things to sell him when he comes for his campus visit. And when you're down to that last call, I usually tend, unless you have an A+ grade available, and you have no better choice, always go with the prospect's choice if you have it, just to get that extra 19 points. So even like in this situation, it was high importance, so I got 56 plus 19 for 75. But if you have a situation like we just had earlier where the prospect selected a topic, I believe it was my coach stability, which was a D+, it was a -3, but I got the extra 19 points to make it at least a 16. So it's just a handful of extra points, but it's better than having a -3. All right, so now we're in the situation here. I got 40 minutes left, and I'm going to go after these guys. They're number 1 on my list. 1, 2, 3. I thought this guy was number 1 on my list. Did that change between off-season and regular season? Because remember, I added a handful of guys where I was number 1, or at least maybe I thought maybe I misread it. I don't know, but did that change? Huh? Now I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the look at the video on YouTube because I swore I added guys where I was number 1 on their list. Huh? I wonder if stuff changed. You know, it might change because for some reason oh, that's right. I forgot. Just adding guys to your board will get you in the top 10. That's right. I forgot about that. So, for example, I see how my arrow went up on these athletes who I don't even think I was in their top 10. I was just adding them because they were in the top, 100. Now, all of a sudden, I remember this guy from Bolingbrook. Now, all of a sudden, now I'm in his top 10 just because I added him to my recruiting board. See, there we go. See, I'm learning things as you're watching this with me, and I'm doing this. So, I'm uncovering little secrets and things that I forgot about that. Because at the beginning of the year, he could just have Michigan and 9 blank spots, but just adding him to the board, adding him to your recruiting board, will put you on there. So, interesting. All right, well, I still maintain my number 1 position with these 2 4-star guys. So I'm just gonna offer them a scholarship and see if I can get that day one commit. Didn't have it with him. See if it happens here with Tony Holt. No. But typically, that's one of my strategies, go after a bunch of guys where I'm number 1 on their list. But it's interesting now. So, guy can be number 1 on your list, but then in the time between preseason recruiting and week 1, other schools can add him, and they might leapfrog you, which I think was the case with these 2. So I'm just going to remove these guys. I was just doing that because they were number 1. Now that they're not, I'm not going to have them anymore. I'm not going to bother going after them. I will go after. I was trying to find out whether these guys are triple threat athletes. Maybe I need to scout them more. Maybe I'll just scout these guys just to see if we can unlock or where it will say triple threat athlete, because I'm not sure where it would say that. Let me go after this guy, Bolingbrook, Illinois. I have friends that live in Bolingbrook. Scholarship. Depressing choice. Alright, there's that. So next week I'll scout these athletes just to see if it unlocks triple threat, because I've yet to see that. So we are going to save this. Okay, back for week 2 of recruiting. Let's see where we stand with everybody. He went up to 2nd place, and now he's ready for a visit. Like I said, I was hoping he'd be ready for a visit, and we have some decent topics unlocked, very high at high. Hopefully we can get his most. It'll be like one of my B grades. So let's start off with him. And actually, I don't know if Nebraska has a home game week 2. We'll see. If they do, we'll bring him in right away. No, not till week 3. Arkansas State. So we'll have him come against Arkansas State. That should be a win. Prospect's choice. There we go. Most perfect. So when he comes next week, we're set. We are set. We are set to have probably anywhere from an A- to an A+ visit. We're looking at his pitch info. Most, I'll select that. Even though it's a B, and we'll take the 2 very highs. That's perfect. Now let's do the rest of the calls here. But now let's see. Let's look at Ohio State. I'm still 300 points behind Ohio State. So now that we got the high topics unlocked for the visit, now I'm going to try to start going after Ohio State. Now's the time you try to start going after school. Now, unfortunately, can't do it here because we both have an A for program tradition. Now, my last topic, I don't know. Let's see. Athletic facilities probably be the same, but let's see. Ohio State's higher, so I will just make a pitch. There we go. And he is not coming until week 3. So, and I'm not going to scout. I'm going to scout those athletes. I want to see if you unlock the triple threat, because I think that's how it's done. Because I can't imagine it the other way. All right. So number 1, did I move up on this guy's list? I moved up to number 1, even though I don't think I unlocked any of his interest, his high interest. Everything was low, very low. Athletics facilities was high. All right. Let's and 5. Go after Clemson here. Take away 40 points. Let's get this other stuff unlocked. Most in B, okay. That's not bad. If we get one more decent topic, we have a good visit with them. Above average. I can live with above average. Like, again, ideally you want most very high on good grades. There we go. So now, next week, if he's ready for a visit, which he should be since we unlocked a decent amount of topics, we have 3 good points to hit on. All right, here's the Kevin James. Coach, see, I wonder why for this prospect the coach prestige is a B. Oh no, it's coach stability that I have a low grade on. Never mind. It's coach stability. There it is, because I just signed a new contract when I started the dynasty. So this one, not too hot. This wouldn't be a very good visit if I had to select some topics. And how far am I behind? 260. You know, at this point, I'd see how it goes next week with this guy, whether or not I'm gonna keep pursuing him, wasting time. This isn't my real dynasty. I'd be a little more focused on it, you know, if it was my real dynasty, and be a little more strategic. I'm just doing this for the sake of the video. But if, you know, I would consider maybe dropping this guy next week if I didn't make any progress. If I felt I couldn't catch up to Arkansas, or the visit wouldn't be good, because having that campus visit is like the only time you can make a big leap, you know. Now here, and the opposite happened here. Now here's a guy where I think I had a pretty good call with and unlocked some good info. Yeah, I unlocked his most and a very high. Yet I fell to 3rd. So let's see, how far am I behind Utah here? 160. I think Notre Dame leapfrogged me there. All right, so let's do a full hour because I want to get this guy. See, now I'm gonna hammer Utah on this one. Okay, minus 26 wasn't that bad. This should be a little bigger gap. There we go. That was a bad one. 6 points. Prospect's choice. Pipeline state bonus. Now, see, you'd be tempted to go after Utah, but I'd rather unlock it first. And then now we know we can go after Utah on that next week. And I always go after the first place school, even if you can go after the second place school. Always go. You want to knock the top school down. You want to prevent that recruit from committing. I know people will always go after. Some people will go after the second place school in my dynasty, and I tell guys like, don't go after the second place school. You need to go after. You need to keep the recruit from committing. So going after the second place guy isn't going to do anything. You need to go after the top dog and get him off. Even get him off the top of the list. Go after the top dog, get him off the top of the list, and keep him from committing. That's the goal. Going into the second place school isn't doing any good because he'll end up going to the first school. All right, so now strong safeties are ready for visits here. And you know what? We know that the earliest they can come is week 3, so we have plenty of time to unlock, hopefully, some better interest here. We got one very high, above average. Hopefully this will be a decent interest level. Good, you got a most, so that's good. So right now I can live with a very high, a most, and above average, but hopefully one of these will be higher, very high on the B grade. There we go, perfect. So we should have a good visit with him. Another very high for B+, so good. So Marshall Muller, good, set with him. And Massey, he is set for a visit here. Let's see. Give him 50 minutes as well. I haven't used any promises yet. I try not to use that many promises. If you're recruiting with a smaller school, it's a good, could be a good tool for you. How far am I behind Notre Dame here? I'm 500 points behind. Let me go after him. Wait a minute. Now see, according to this, if I compare, I'll get a negative, even though I'm an A plus and Notre Dame's a B minus. Maybe this prospect doesn't like negativity. Let's see what happens here. Okay, maybe I was like, no, it took away from. I don't know why it looked like there was a minus, like the range was minus 31 to minus. Maybe I'm looking at that wrong. Maybe my eyes are going bad. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the tape. Oh, big 1 point. That's awesome. Let's see. All right, we still got an A grade left here. Let's sell that to him. Average. No, I set. Okay, I did set the visit for next week, so hopefully we can unlock something else to have a better visit, because that'll be my chance to catch up here. So we got an A plus and a very high. We haven't unlocked his most yet, so hopefully stadium atmosphere will be his most. We'll see. All right, so now this guy wasn't a gem, he wasn't a diamond in the rough, but he is my. We do need a strong safety. He's the backup, so I took over Illinois for number 1 on his list. So pretty high. He doesn't want to come for a visit yet. Low. And at a certain point, if I realize I'm not going to get those other 2 strong safeties, I'd probably add a couple other 4-star strong safeties in my list and try to go after that. Because that's another strategy on here too. Once you get to like week 4, week 5, you go through the recruiting board, find those guys that haven't been recruited yet. You'll see some 4-star guys who haven't been offered scholarships, haven't been recruited, and then you can really start to clean up because you'll be the only one going after them. All right, so this 5-star punter is ready for a visit. I'm up to 3 on his list, 240 points behind. Hey, what the hell? Let's give him a full hour. I've never dedicated this much time to a punter. I don't think. But you never really saw 4-star punters before. We're rated in the 80s. Okay, so now we're good for to give them good topics on the visit next week. I think I'll probably do this visit through the week 3 visit so you guys can see, and hopefully we'll get some commits. Because let's see, I'm about probably 50 minutes, roughly 50 minutes into this video. I gotta do some editing, so it might be even 40, but we'll see. It doesn't feel that long. I love doing recruiting. So I've been doing this for over 40 minutes, almost 50 minutes. It doesn't feel like that. I love recruiting. That's the one reason I like NCAA better than Madden. Even though I think Madden's going to be a pretty good game this year with the connected careers, so I'm looking forward to that. A real online franchise mode. Let's see. All right, so there's that, and okay, I got these other dates. He's a gem. I'm number 1 on his list. Did Penn State start recruiting? Well, we'll see. I jumped up to number 1. I don't know what I was before, but let's give him a quick call. 30 minutes. And if Penn State catches up and takes over next week, then I'll focus some more time on him. And then eventually, once I get to a point with guys where I'm so far ahead, I start doing quick calls until they finally commit. I got 2 hours and 50 minutes. I don't think I was going to dedicate a lot of time to these. I just wanted to scout these guys to see if we can unlock a triple threat. And then I'll go after these 3 guys. So I'll do an hour for him. And then an hour for the other middle linebacker. I'll give 40 minutes to that guard. Let me start going after Iowa here. Oh, it is the range. See, I confused myself. When I saw the range minus 30 to minus 26, I was thinking that would be my negative. No, that's the negative that Iowa could get. But we're both Bs, so that wouldn't make sense to go after that. Let me see. Yeah, see, I got the minus. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at the tape on that one. Now, see, this one, yeah. I could have swore that one had like the minus range, and then when I did it, it penalized Notre Dame. It took points away from Notre Dame. Again, I'll have to go back and look at it. All right, so we'll go after Iowa again here since I messed up that one. Plus 74 for me, minus 49 for Iowa. Not ready for a visit. Stadium atmosphere, very low. One more call. We already did the prospect's choice, so let's do this B. Academic prestige, very high. He's interested in the books. Very good. Georgia Tech. 120 behind. easily made up. Got good stuff unlocked. So you know what? Since we got the good stuff unlocked, let's see if we can hammer Georgia Tech. I was hoping for a bigger minus than minus 35. That's all right. So that one's a minus 51, even though the grades were closer. But then again, could depend on prospect. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Taking Georgia Tech to the woodshed here. Very high. Nice. Well, that'll be something else I can hammer them on next week if I'm still behind. So overall, it was a good call. Took a lot of points away from Georgia Tech. Got all the good stuff unlocked. Our strong points in his interest jive. So good stuff. All right, I got 50 minutes left. I was going to try to go after this athlete from Bowling Brook. So I'm 3 on his list. So, you know, it's ready for a visit. I'm actually number 1 on his list. So let me just give him two topics. Get his visit scheduled. You know, we'll do him FCS to give me a little extra time to unlock some more of his pitches because I don't think I think I've just offered him a scholarship. Yeah, and the visit. So prospect's choice. There we go. And I still have a couple minutes. I'll have a couple weeks to unlock more of his interest. All right. So now what I wanted to do, I want to recruit or scout rather the rest of these athletes. I only have 3 hours though. I'm going after this guy, so let me give him a full hour because I want to see if you unlock the triple threat aspect. Still only 66% scouting. I give him an hour. Give him my last 30 minutes on the call. I am going after him. I am moving up on my recruiting board too. Not good. That could have been better. Let's see, I'll move him up to 13 so I'm actually going after him. Alright, so now these guys, I have 2 hours of scouting left. I didn't know I was number 1 on this guy's list. Huh. Don't have any time left on the scouting though. Change. I'm thinking you unlock the triple threat part through scouting because you'll see the attributes. Like you'll have good attributes for running back, quarterback. Let's see here. This thing like all right. Say you scout one of these athletes and they'll have a high throw accuracy and throw power, but they'll also have a high acceleration and a catch in traffic. So it's like you can put them in multiple positions. So I'm gonna keep scouting these guys. I'm not gonna go after these guys in this video. I'm gonna keep scouting them to see if any of them are a triple threat athlete. This guy's up to an 83 overall. This guy's gone down a little bit. All right, so there we go. And off to week number 3. All right, back for week 3 of recruiting. I have some prospects coming on visits this week. There we go. But I want to let me scout these guys. I'm still trying to find out which guys are triple threat athletes. This guy's an 83 overall. Let me give him a full hour. So I'm thinking he might be triple threat. Or maybe not. Wow, so scout him some more and he goes back down to a 79. And again, maybe I'm going about it wrong, trying to find out who's a triple threat athlete. I don't know if it's supposed to say it up there under his name, or maybe I just missed it. I'm not sure. But I think you would get it through scouting. I'm not 100% positive. But anyway, let's go back up to these other guys. Let's focus on the prospects that are coming here. All right, so I am still behind Ohio State by, wow, I think I've fallen behind even more, 500 points. Whew. You go all out on this guy. We give a full 60 minutes, 6 topics, however you want to refer to it as. Try to go after. There's not many things you can go after Ohio State on. If you're recruiting with Nebraska. Maybe if I was recruiting with maybe LSU or Alabama, you can go after Ohio State on things, but it's hard to go after them with Nebraska. Maybe that. Urban Meyer's not going to work. Let's see. Corners probably. So I wonder why Ohio State's television exposure is C+ only compared to Nebraska's B+. That's interesting. Not sure why that is. Big 3 points. 30 prospects choice. Now at this point, see, I've used all the high things that I want to use, so I'm just going to do the prospects choice and at least get those extra prospects choice points. There. All right, so now it's time to. What's he going to do on his visits? This is where you ideally want to get very high, very high. Unfortunately, his most is a B-. I think I'll still go with that over the A high. I think it's more important to get his. See, I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that one. I think I'd rather go with the. I think I'll go with the A high. I think ideally you want to have all green and green. You could go with most on the B-. Maybe if it was a B, but I'm gonna go with. I'll decide to go with the A and the high. So there we go. Still number 1 on this guy's list. Let's see, Clemson hasn't offered a scholarship to him yet. They already finished. Let me finish scouting him. Before I messed up and only gave him 10. I guess I wouldn't have needed to. Good, I'd save you some time, so I wouldn't have needed to give him 40. I think I'd give him another 10 minutes next week and be fully scouted. I don't think he's going to change. He went up 7. I think that's where he's going to be. So I'll do a quick call through topic. And until if Clemson starts to make a move, then I'll focus more time on him. But for now, I'm the only one that's offering him a scholarship, and I'll just do that. All right. I'm still behind Arkansas. 160. Let me scout him some more. No change. He is what he is. 75. Has he had a visit yet? No. Let me give him a full hour. Try to unlock some more. Maybe get a visit next week. Let's see if I can go after Arkansas with some of these. I know he's from Arkansas. It's obviously not going to work. It's probably the reason Arkansas is maintaining that lead. Need anything else? TV exposure. Yep. Minus 22. Alright. Oh, I still got one more. Let's see. Coach Prestige. Yeah. I don't know what happened there. Alright. Alright, so this guy. This is Notre Dame. 340 by Notre Dame hasn't even offered a scholarship yet. How are they pulling away? That drives me nuts when a school hasn't offered a scholarship yet they start to pull away, even though they didn't give him a scholarship. That drives me insane. All right, I want to go after this guy. I want this guy. So he's ready for a visit. Let me get him in this week against Arkansas State. That's a good one. And he's a pipeline, and I got the recruiting advisor, which is, I guess, the equivalent of the ×2, which it just doesn't say ×2 anymore, like it did the last 2 years. Nice. I can go after Notre Dame here. Oh, beautiful. Now, I'll be interested to see how this impacts next week, because I'm going to have him visit. I've gained a massive amount of points, took away a lot of points, so we'll see how much of an impact that really has. Because I'm going to keep track of this one. I am currently 340 points behind Notre Dame, who hasn't offered them this guy a scholarship. So we'll see. We'll go after him here. And now this last one. As far as the visit goes, okay, I got 3 good topics for visits. Most are very high and high. Let's do the prospect's choice. He took that 122. I mean, overall, look at this. I gained 1,007 points and took away 148 points from Notre Dame. You think I should, if the point system actually, and he's going to visit this week. So we'll see how accurate the point system really is here. Because assuming Notre Dame isn't doing the same thing, I should take them over if it's simply going by points. All right, go most, high, got all green and green, very good. We'll see how that goes. All right, Wisconsin, 60 points behind. It looks like this guy's going to be making a decision soon. He's visiting. I'm only 60 points behind Wisconsin, so this is the week where I make my move. Give him a full 60. See if I can go after Wisconsin on anything. No, that's that. That's the top Camp Randall there. This. Prospect choice. And you can left. Let's unlock campus lifestyle. Very well. That was pointless. Big 6 points. Alright, 390, but he is coming on the visit this week. Again, only 60 points behind Wisconsin. So you think if this recruit comes in, has a good visit, I should leapfrog Wisconsin this week, because I'm only behind with 60 points. So it'll be interesting to see how things shake out with Trent McCarthy and Marshall Muller. So we'll keep an eye on that for next week when I advance. All right, Notre Dame still number 1, 660 behind. Well, I'm not making up any ground with this guy at all. Let's do a quick call here. Because I don't think it's looking good with this guy. We'll see where I stand after he visits. That's not going to be a very good visit. All right, so I got A+ and a very high, and we'll do his most, even though it's a C. We'll do the A- very average, or above average. That's even if Nebraska should beat Arkansas State this week. I'm probably seeing that as like a B+ visit at the most. We'll see. I dropped. Where did Central Michigan come from all of a sudden? Central Michigan coming up here. I'm gonna go after this guy because he might be my backup. If I get this guy, that'd be good, and then it'll just be for depth purposes. Let me scout him. See if he goes up anymore. He went up another point. So it goes 66. Let me give Central Michigan the business here. Yeah, I have enough things unlocked to give him the business. Never mind. Most I can attack Central Michigan next week on that. Then. Now, see, you can compare if you want. I usually like to have things unlocked, but I'll just do this for an example. You can go after him. Now, see, based on that, on those meager gains there, -4 and +7, I would assume his interest in academic prestige is probably least, based on the fact that I only got +7 and -4. That call was ugly. Okay, still not ready for a visit yet. All right, here are the punters. Number 2, I'm still behind LSU. How far am I behind LSU? Only 40 points. Is he not ready? He is ready. Oh, he is visiting this week. Okay, very good, very good. I know he's visiting. I know we got a lot of stuff unlocked because I've dedicated 2 hours, I believe, to him. So I'm just going to do a quick call here. And I believe I have good topics. Yeah, we got his most. We're going to go with all green on green here. Green grade, green interest. So there we go. This guy. The gem. Have I fallen? Where? Oh no, I'm number 1. I'm looking like, I've really fallen off. No, I'm number 1 on this list. Nobody else has offered him a scholarship because maybe those schools are unaware that he's a gem. A punter named Tavarius Kirby. Nice. It's still not better. Some of the best recruiting names I've seen. I had a center I recruited last year. His name was Sterling Lovelady, which I thought was awesome. And then 2 years ago, when I was playing in a two-man online dynasty with my buddy, there was a middle linebacker, a five-star middle linebacker named Jack, which was just awesome. So, all right, let's do a quick call on him. There we go. All right, so what do I got left here? 2 hours and 40 minutes. I still got these middle linebackers, which I need. He's ready for a visit. Do a quick call here. I'm number 1, and I know he's coming to visit, so I'll get the boost there. Let me finish scouting him. Wow, went up to 76 overall. Not bad, not bad. Oh, I screwed up. There we go. Got a live recruiting mistake here on YouTube. I did a quick call, and I forgot. But because I did a quick call, I wasn't able to schedule the visit for this week. So I'll have to do that next week. Hopefully that won't hurt me. I don't see Iowa leapfrogging me. But I guess they can. This guy's considered a gem. He went up to +5. So. Now we have a 4-star. Now he's ready, so let me not make the same mistake. Let me actually do the calls so I can schedule the visit for this week. And I'm still behind. I forgot. I was still behind. I should have looked. See, I made a mistake here too. I should have looked at Georgia Tech. Saw that Georgia Tech was ahead of me still. I would have did 6 topics so I could hammer them on more points. But I should be able to go after Georgia Tech on 3 of these things. The 3 topics I have left. And he'll be coming for a visit. So I should be able to leapfrog Georgia Tech next week. So keep an eye on that as well. But see, those little mistakes, especially now, let's say I was in an online dynasty and my buddy saw that I didn't, he got the visit instead and he got the boost from it, and then I would be playing catch up the rest of the way. So you gotta really be careful when you're recruiting. A little mistake like that can cost you a prospect. Green on green. There we go. We're set with him. All right. So we got this guy. I'm still number 1 on his list, even though I really haven't. I think I really recruited him much. No, barely at all. But I have to now because he's coming for a visit next week. So let me hold on. This athlete, I still want to go after him. These guys, I'm pretty much not going. Those athletes, I'm not going after. I'm focusing on these 2 guys. I got 6, 8 topics. I'll go 4 and 4. Pick up the most and a high. Low. Let's do prospect's choice. Good. So we got 3 greens. So here we'll be covered for our visit next week. All right. So we got Lamar Moss from Bolingbrook. So far, not very good here. Just a bunch of averages. I don't know. It's not going very well with this guy. All right, there we go. High. 420 points. All right, so I'm all on time. I still got some scouting left that we can use up. Don't let any scouting go to waste. Just use it up. You have it at your disposal. Now this guy's down to 7. Now we got 2 4-star middle linebackers. One's considered a gem. He's up to a 76. This one is trending downward. He's down to a 70. All right, so we'll see. We have a lot of visits. I'll be interested to see if we leapfrog. Let's see, the 3 guys I want to see I believe it was him. Was it him? No, it was Marshall. That was him. I want to see if I leapfrog. Or no, was it him? I'm behind 840. Was it that much? Who was it? Was it this guy? There was one of the guys that was coming for a visit, and I wanted to see if I would make an impact. He was the wide receiver. Yeah, it was him, Trent McCarthy. believe it was Marshall Muller, but I don't remember being 840 points behind. Huh, I wonder if that changed. Again, I'll have to go back and look. I'll have to go back and look everything over. All right, we're in week 4 of recruiting. Let's see how some of those visits went. All right, so Adam Silva had an A- visit, and I still wasn't able to leapfrog Ohio State, and I'm still 420 points behind, even though Ohio State hasn't offered a scholarship. Now, I wonder if this is going to be one of those situations like in previous year's games last year, where you have a team that, is the top of the list but hasn't offered the scholarship, and eventually you take them over, but usually it'll happen with the visit, and I had the visit, and it still haven't taken over Ohio State, so I don't think it's looking good for that guy. Me getting him. See, he's ready for a visit. Got A-. Now, I think this was the guy where I thought at most it would be a B or a B- because my his interest and my strengths weren't really together. Yeah, see, it was very high. That was the only thing. All right, so that didn't seem like I really made too much of a impact. Now, I was wondering if I was going to get up to the number 1 spot with him. Did jump up to number 2, and I'm only 140 points behind. It's not bad. Leapfrog Central Michigan there. Number 1 with him. Now I was 800 points behind, and went up to 700. Doesn't look like I'm going to get him. I still didn't take over Georgia Tech. Really? Wow. The visit that week and everything. A- visit. Did not take them over. I'm surprised on that one. All right. So now at this point, and this is where you have to reevaluate things. All right. 420 points behind Ohio State. Even though Ohio State hasn't offered a scholarship, they're most likely not going to offer it this week or next week if they haven't offered it to him at this point. So I'm just going to give him a quick call. I can't go after Ohio State on many things. So I'm just, and this is the point where you don't want to spend too much time recruiting and focusing on guys that, you might not get. Time to focus on the guys that you're likely to get. All right, so here's a guy I'm likely to get, or at least I'm ahead. He's ready for a visit, so let me call. Full 6 topics. Schedule the visits. Let him, FCS, we know we're going to win. So let's do that. And again, very hard to attack Alabama on anything. They have to be one of those things that can change, like playing time. Academic, they even have a better academic prestige. Prospects choice. And state atmosphere. Let's try to sway it. I have not gotten a sway worked. It's never sway passed. It's always sway failed. Set the interest, or what is he going to do on his visits. There we go. All right. Kevin James, still behind Arkansas. 20 points. Arkansas still hasn't offered a scholarship. Let me go for a full 6. Try to go after this guy. His most is a D+. That's the atmosphere. There you go, a little bit. Go after Arkansas. Too much. There. And coach prestige. I know I can go after him there. But it's only, now if that was most, I'd really be making up some ground, but it's only above average. Alright. And then we got this wide receiver who I'm really pushing hard on, trying to get. And so I'm still in striking range, but I had my visit. Usually I like it where you have the visit and then you take over the top spot. I had the visit, had an A- visit, and wasn't able to take over the top spot. See if I just go after Notre Dame and as many things as I can. I still don't like that Notre Dame has A-plus conference prestige. They're not in a conference. I mean, when I interviewed Ben Hallmiller last year, he's like, well, they don't have to be in a conference. That's why they got an A-plus. But no, it's conference prestige. You can't have prestige for a conference if you're not in a conference. For there to be prestige of a conference, there has to be a conference, right? I understand the argument that, yeah. You guys can comment in the YouTube comment section your thoughts on that one. I think Notre Dame shouldn't have an A-plus conference prestige. Because then like BYU's is an A-plus though. So it's academics. Well, you know what? Let me make a promise. See, now this is where I'll start to make a promise. Where I know I've had the visit. I'm still behind, but only by 120 points. So, and the one I'll always offer no redshirt first year, because that's an easy one to keep, and it's not that big of a deal. So, there. And this is on Heisman recruiting, so you might have to incorporate some more promises. This guy, I just don't think, where am I? 700. See, now this is the point where I'm going to decide, you know what? I already had the visit. I'm still 700 points behind. And a sayonara. It's just not going to work. So I'm not going to waste and dedicate any more time on him. Let's see. Let me scout him the rest of the way. Uh, 100% scout. He's a 79. So third. 880 points behind. Wow. What's going on here? Man. Now I have to beat visit. Not looking good. Not looking good for that. Looks like right now I'm only going to land at 3-star strong safety. But I can also go look on the recruiting boards and let me give him 6. I'm at the. Oh, there we go. He committed. Yay! I got the commit. 3-star. Let me fully scout him and see if maybe he's a gem. Let me give him. Okay, that's Scott. Might be good. Select a recruit actually. Can you not scout? Oh, you know what? I'm doing a dynasty with. I started an offline dynasty with LSU when I was playing, and I only have it on All-American recruiting, and I was able to scout a player after he committed. I think now because it's on Heisman, you can't scout a player after he committed. Because that's why I went to go do the rest of my scouting. I think once you get a guy committed, you can't scout him. Interesting. So that's how it is on Heisman. On lower levels, you can still scout a guy after he commits. All right. The punters. I'm doing great on the punters. Pretty far ahead. Nobody else has offered a scholarship. Let me just give him a quick call. 60 minutes, 6 topics. I was going to say do the same for him, but I need to schedule a visit with him. So I'm just going to do 3. I don't think Penn State's offered a scholarship. I don't need to focus too much on these punters now because I think I'm in good position with them. I'm landing the punters left and right. That's going great. I believe I had topics unlocked for him. That's not what I wanted to do. Probably like a B visit, but I think I have a decent lead on Penn State, and Penn State hasn't even offered a scholarship. Now, what I would like in this scenario is that he should commit to me next week. Tavarius Kirby should be committed to me next week. Nobody else has offered him a scholarship. I'm about 400 points ahead. He's coming on a visit this week. There's no reason that he should not commit by next week. We'll see. All right, middle linebackers. Did I fall? I did not. Oh yeah, that's right. I looked at it. Not take over Georgia Tech. Man, it's gonna be tough. All right, he's ready for a visit. He was ready for a visit last week, but I messed up. But I think it works out because they'll come this week. Let me try to put my foot on Iowa's throat here. I can't do it there. almost like the C plus television exposure for Big Ten schools. I noticed Ohio State had a C plus. I don't know why that is. That could be. I don't know. I was thinking, could that be something that changes during the course of the year? Well, no, why would it? I don't know. There's a lot of like little things that change in recruiting, so it's we'll learn more as we go along and play the game more. I got the game last Thursday, so I've had it for about 3 days, 3 or 4 days. So, all right, him. Full 6. Gotta go after Georgia Tech. I want to get this guy. I need to get Sam Anderson. I'm determined. And you know what? I will. I'm not gonna make a promise yet. I'm not gonna make a promise yet. Still think I can hammer Georgia Tech. Yeah. How many points am I? 40 or 20? 20. All right. Not talking much. I'm just listening. I'm focused on Sam Anderson. I'm listening to the great, background music. All right. Should hope to make a move there. What do we got left here? We got this guy. I think I have some things unlocked. Let me just give him a full hour. Yeah, because the last 2 guys I'm going after, this guard and that athlete, it's not looking good for the athlete from Bolingbrook, Illinois. Most very high, and we'll go with the high. There we go. And this guy, I'm number 2. I'm only, despite the fact that he has like no interest in any of my strengths. I'm only 20 points behind Michigan, or 40 points, whatever it was. We'll see what happens next week. I should have did a regular call and went after Michigan, but I'm scouting the rest of the way. No change. He still hasn't fully scouted. I just gave him an entire hour. Let me fully scout him. Oof. I really want this Sam Anderson guy, but now it's looking like he's down to a 69. This guy's ready for a visit. I don't have time. Get the guy. I still got an hour of recruiting. I'm going to recruit him the rest of the way. Or scout him the rest of the way. Alright, he went up to a 74. Interesting. Alright, so let's do him for the remainder. Wow, we're at 8. He's a gem. He is indeed a gem. So he came in originally, was projected to be a 68, but after scouting, he's a 76. He's actually higher than this 4-star. He could probably be rated the same as some 5-stars. Let's see, I think I've scouted everyone they need to. We'll see is that. Not to waste any scouting. Alright, so we got some visits. So next week we should start to see something happen. I'm going to do this, see about an hour, over an hour in on this recruiting video. I'll keep going until, we start to get some more commits and things start to shake out. So we are off to week number 5. Alright, back for, what is this, week 5 of recruiting, I believe? Alright, let's see where we're at. I think we got a commit. No, that was the commit we got last week. Okay, it flashed on the screen, but wow, I ended up. Is that wide receiver? I lost him, so I was so far behind. Everybody else, the guy was like 600 points behind, so he committed to Ohio State. So take him off the board. Still no commits, but had some pretty good visits. This guy is soft commit to Notre Dame, and I'm 800 points behind. There's no he's soft committed, but Notre Dame still hasn't offered a scholarship. So I'll keep him on there until he actually commits. Until Notre Dame, as soon as Notre Dame offers a scholarship, he's committed. All right, so we got him. And I know I have had the visit with this guy. We have everything unlocked. I know I can't go after Alabama on many things, so I'm just going to do the quick call at this point and just try to rack up as many points as I can. And then if I notice that Alabama starts to make a move and get closer, then I would go in and do the actual call and see if there's anything I can go after Alabama on. Yeah, I finally took over Arkansas with him. Now I'm going to go hard after these receivers because I need them because I lost that one guy. So he's finally ready for a visit. Hosting Wisconsin, so that'll work. Very high and a high. Not a lot. It's not the interest in the strengths aren't that great here. And there's a chance Alabama could lose to Wisconsin, so it might not be that great of a visit. Alright, so I'm still behind Notre Dame, 180 points. I really want to get this guy, so keep going after ND. And I think a lot of this has to do with the Heisman recruiting, where it just makes the AI more competitive, and it's harder to get guys locked in, which is fine. I like that. I mean, what's the challenge of just getting, 5-star recruits in the first 3 weeks of the season? That's should have to work for these recruits, I'm fine with that. And then when you do land the guy, it feels pretty good. It's like, yes. Alright, this guy, so do a quick call. But, it's not going to dedicate a lot of time. He's most likely going to go to ND. The only reason he's not with ND yet is because ND hasn't offered a scholarship. Alright, so again, I know I'm sizable lead on this punter. I'm just going to give him an hour of quick calls for these two punters because they visited. I'm far ahead. It's just a matter. And on Heisman, it seems like it takes longer. Even though I felt this punter should be committed already. I got a soft commit. But, I mean, come on. It's not even close. Come on, 740 points. I'm the only school to offer him a scholarship. How come he's not fully committed yet? Oh, let me weigh my options here. Quick call. And, I would think by next week he would be in the fold. All right. This John Harris. Where do I stand with him? Pretty far ahead of Iowa. Let's do a quick call. Now, I was really going after this guy, but I've seen how far he's dropped scout-wise. He's only at 69, and I still can't take over Georgia Tech. They haven't even offered a scholarship. I'm just going to do this just to try to take them away from Georgia Tech, just see if I can do it, because I've been hammering Georgia Tech, offered a scholarship, had a good visit, and I'm still trailing them. But if this was like my real season that I was doing, hardcore online dynasty, I would have dropped this guy because he's only 69, and I would start to go after someone else. Because it says I only need one middle linebacker, but when they say you need just one, that's the minimum. Go after a couple more, just for depth. So that. The guard. How far am I ahead of LSU? They haven't offered a scholarship. I'm 780 points ahead. Our quick call should do the trick. No point in wasting time going into all the topics. Amazing. I'm number one on this athletes list, even though none of my strengths and his interests really connect, except for the very high. Everything else is pretty very high D. Well, I guess there's two things. Now he still hasn't. He's not ready for a visit yet. Still, I don't know what he's waiting on. I moved up to number 1 without a visit, so that's a good sign because I'll get a boost from the visit. So, scout him the rest of the way. Wow, he went down to 75. He's a bust. No, there we go. Good, we got to see our first bust. Here's a 5-star athlete who's only going to be a 74. Do I have another athlete up here? No, I don't. So there. So you got good. I'm glad that came up. So I wanted you guys to see that. There's our first bust. So there you go. And I got 30 minutes. I'm going to search, see if I can find another strong safety who's kind of been ignored or looked over, fallen through the cracks. All right, here's one. Nobody's offered him a scholarship. He's a 4-star. He's a 78. Virginia Tech is the top of his list, but it's not. The bar's not green yet. And yeah, I'm gonna go after this guy. I got 30 minutes, and I can scout him fully. Since it looks like I'm not going to get that one strong safety. All right, so let's scout him for an hour. It's the most you can give. And he held steady at 78. And I'm not in his top 10, but the fact that I put him on my board and I'm going to give him a scholarship here, next week I should be in his top 10. I should move up pretty far considering I'd be the only team that's offered him a scholarship. The only school. So there's that. All right, we are all. Let's see. Sorry, I still want to try to find these triple threat athletes. Scout him the rest of the way. Well, he's not a triple threat. His throw power and everything's pretty low. This guy could be a triple threat. Looking at him, he has throw accuracy of 82, throw power of 86, speed 93. Let's see what's some of his his catch and traffic's at 48, so I don't think he can be a wide receiver. But I think he could be a triple. I don't think triple threat necessarily means quarterback, wide receiver, running back. I'm not sure. Still learning as I go along here. I haven't done much recruiting yet either, so. We are going to advance to week number 6. All right, here we are, week number 6. Still no commits yet. I think this just has to do with the fact that this is on Heisman, that it's a real chore. Oh look, I fell to number 2 on the list of the Bolingbrook athletes, who's a bust. So I really don't care. Again, I've offered him a scholarship. How does Ohio State leapfrog me without having offered him a scholarship? I don't know. All right, so. Where did Georgia come from? Georgia took over Notre Dame. Not for that guy. I didn't even really go after that guy. All right, so I'm at the point where, all right, I've had visits with these guys. I'm number 1 on a lot of these guys' lists. See, Alabama caught up a little bit. Alabama is now only 20 points behind, even though they haven't offered a scholarship. So let me go in there and do a manual call, try to, hold off Alabama, even though I can't really attack Alabama on much. Anything, really. Maybe I should make a promise to this guy. Maybe that will be the difference. We won't redshirt yet. How's that sound? There we go. Hopefully that'll help. See, I'll do the quick calls, but once I see a school starts to make a move, like Alabama did here, because I think it was 100, now it's 20, then I'll focus more. Let's see, a C+ visit. Nebraska I must have lost that game to the simulation. Must have lost the game to Wisconsin. We're going to only have a C+ visit. Pretty far ahead of Arkansas though. Arkansas never offered a scholarship, so let's do a quick call. So we get these guys committed. Soft the UGA. I'm not going to catch up. There's no point trying to remove him. Plus, I'm focusing on that other strong safety I added. Again, I don't know why it's taking so long to get these guys. Maybe let me go in and actually do a call. Maybe that'll help. Maybe once I select a topic, it'll get that, hey, you committed. Because that's what I did with that one strong safety. 3-star guy. Nothing. Because I really don't see why it's taking this long to lock in these punters that have been ahead on the entire season, pretty much. Alright, this guy's soft commit. Now, there we go. Sometimes you actually have to go in there and actually call and not do the quick call. So I finally did a regular call. There we go. Finally got him committed. Finally got someone locked in. So far I've gotten commits from a 3-star strong safety, who I think wasn't he a gem too? And the punter? Or no, he wasn't a gem. Oh, I didn't even notice this. I ended up losing him to Notre Dame. And that athlete, that's one of the athletes I wasn't even going after though, so no big deal. Alright. Let's see. I still got these 2 wide receivers. I'm still number 1 on. I need to land these 2 guys now, because I needed at least 2 wide receivers. And of course, middle linebacker is another need of mine. Let me just go in there and try to put my foot on the throat of Texas and get this guy locked in. I'm going to go after Texas, too. That's a pretty good call, though. Unlocked some, got a decent amount of points, except for that one. Alright, so now get him. Finally took over Georgia Tech. Hey, there we go. Let me keep going. I didn't think it would take me this many weeks to get these guys locked in, but again, I think it has to do with Heisman level recruiting. Sam Anderson. Okay, I scouted him 100%. He's not quite a bust. He went down a few points. There we go. Alright, so I got this guard who I still. Alright, now. Almost 1,000 points ahead. I'm the only one offered a scholarship. I think if I go in and actually make a call, they'll commit. That didn't happen. Wait a minute, I don't think he had a soft commit yet either, so. Oh, this is a guy that should have had him locked in already. This guy is a bust. He is a bust. Where's the strong safety at there? Let me move him up on my list. Now this is a guy I did get just by putting him on my board, giving him a scholarship. I'm in his. Am I? Oh no, I thought it said I was in his top. Wait a minute, it says top 5 there. Yeah, I don't see Nebraska. Interesting. Give me something good here. Man. Brutal. Very high. Come on. Alright, most. I'll take that. Good. Athletic facilities? Let's go after Virginia Tech on athletic facilities. Alright. Let me scout him the rest of the way, too. And he went up 1 point to 79. Alright. What else am I got this? I didn't even know I was number 1 on this guy's list. What the hell? I might as well go after him. I'll do a quick call and unlock some things. Maybe get a visit next week. You know, he could play linebacker, receiver, safety. Scout him the rest of the way. Alright, so this guy, the bust. That's a quick call on him. I really don't care if I don't get him at this point. He's a 5-star. He's going to be a 74. And this guy's a 4-star. It's a 72, so that's a much difference there. Scout these guys the rest of the way. Still trying to find a triple threat. Clay Williams. No. Alright, there we go. Another week down. And we'll see. This guy's actually ready to come in for a visit. He's a 5-star. Yeah, might as well. He's ready for a visit. Might as well bring him in. Why the hell not? Got the hour. Yeah, and you guys notice I'm starting to talk less and less. I'm kind of getting. They always say recruiting's a grind. I've been talking now for like an hour and a half. I'm like, that's what I want you guys to see. You know, the final results here. You know, to get these guys locked in. It's taking forever. All right, so that's the end of week 6. We are on our way to week 7. All right, here we are, week 7 of recruiting. Nebraska is actually 3-2. I want to see if any of their grades changed during the course of the season so far. I don't think much has changed. Playing style. Nebraska hasn't passed that much. You're a scrambler, of course. That's you're better off. Same with running the ball. All right, let's see. I think we got the commit from that punter. Other than that, still no commits. Oh boy, why is this taking so long? All right. See, I was able to pull away from Alabama a little bit more. I think it's, I'm starting to think it's more effective. I mean, quick call is a nice way to get through it quickly instead of quick call, but I think it's more effective to go in and actually do the call itself. Because I'm doing these quick calls just to get through it quickly because I've been doing this for over an hour and a half, which these guys would commit already. It's soft committing. But this is the complaint I had about it last year. I mean, I'm 740 points ahead of LSU. I'm the only school to offer him a scholarship. He's visited. I'm way ahead. Why has he not committed yet? What is taking so long? You know, and it's ridiculous. Maybe I do have to go in there and actually do a call. I don't know. Let's test out that theory. Let's see. We'll try it with him. Far ahead. Let me go in and actually do the call. Harris. And I mean, I'm doing all right. I'm getting, I have my needs. I'm getting my needs filled. I got the punter. And I'd like to get that 4-star strong safety and not just have that 3-star. And I'm in line to land these 2 middle linebackers, which I need. And also needed 2 wide receivers, which I'm on pace to get. So we'll see. This is the guy I'm still pulling away from Georgia Tech a little bit. Let me go in and hammer Georgia Tech again. See if that makes a difference. Sam Anderson. Yeah, recruiting can be a grind, especially when you do it all in one sitting like I'm doing right now. Okay. There's that guy. Alright, so now... Oh, interest. That's what I was... See, because last week it says a stage top 5, and then I thought that meant that interest. Interest is where you're ranked. Okay, so now I'm in his top 10. I'm 7th. I've offered him a scholarship. Let's see if I can move on. Chris McCall. See, I'd like to get this guy because my only strong safety commit is a 3-star. I'd like to bring in at least a 4-star guy. And here's the thing. I mean, and this is one of my problems with recruiting. If you can pull away from the AI and not get the commit, but as soon as if someone's interested in the AI and they start to pull away, you're done. There's no way you catch up. I just think it should go both ways. All right. How do I still not have a soft commit from this guy? 1,000 points ahead, and still no soft commit yet. I mean, it's just ridiculous, and it should not take this long. Because if this is a situation where you needed a lot of prospects, and there's some years in the dynasty where I have, where I'm going after 20 guys. The fact that I still have to dedicate time to this guy week in and week out, taking away time from other recruits that I'm in tight battles for, and that gets annoying. It's like this guy should have committed like 4 weeks ago. It's ridiculous. This guy, he's finally ready for a visit. All right, I'll give him this visit. How far am I behind Ohio State now? So I did a quick call last week, and somehow Ohio State pulls away. Scholarship offer, but they're somehow pulling away. Slightly. I never do the bye week, but if this was my real dynasty, I would never do a bye week visit, but I really don't. I'm kind of worn out at this point. Hell, I want to see when the hell I'm going to get some of these guys. You guys probably skipped this video. It's damn near 2 hours long. You guys probably skipped through it and like, God, he still doesn't have this guy yet? But no, a bye week visit's terrible. Even if you have most very high, you gotta bring him to a game. This guy. I've scheduled it the other way. I'll do it again. Would never ever do a bye week if this was a serious dynasty. But this is just for the sake of YouTube. Boise State has some decent grades. Up to 73, fully scouted. I think I've fully scouted all the guys I'm seriously going after now. Yeah, everybody's been scouted. And so what's the deal with this guy? 6'7", 248. All right, we are now on our way to week number 8. All right, here we are, week number 8, and still no commits. Which is just baffling to me. Alright. Yeah, it seems like I'm pulling away a little bit with this guy in Alabama. I'm just going to do quick calls. I'm getting up where I'm sick of going in there and doing the regular calls. It's just ridiculous it's taking so long. Again, I'm so far ahead on some of these guys. And the problem is, I wouldn't mind if you have to fight for a prospect. My problem is, when you're the only school that has offered a scholarship, as the case with the top 3 on my list there, I'm the only one to offer him a scholarship. It's week 8. I'm 1,000 points ahead in some cases. Why is it taking so long? I've been talking and doing this video for almost 2 hours now. I'm starting to get annoyed. Yeah, you can see it's funny. You actually sit here and scroll through this YouTube video. You know, at the beginning, I'm all like, "Hey, all right, I'm ready for recruiting. I love recruiting. It's the reason I like NCAA better than men." Then you skip to like the hour 40-minute mark, and I'm cursing the recruiting on this game. Why? God's green earth is it taking so long? Okay, this guy's ready for a visit. I moved up to 5th place. I really want to land this guy too, because the only strong safety I have right now is a 3-star. So we'll come against Michigan. What else have I want here? Nah, no point in doing that. Okay, big 1 point. Actually, let me see this. I want to check sure. Once you go into a topic, can you back out? You can. Huh. So if you see that's something you don't want to... See, you couldn't do that before. I just kind of noticed that. It's an advantage this year, because before with the scrolling thing, it would, the roulette, it would stop, coach prestige, you had to use it. Here you can actually back out. Like, okay, for example, if I wanted to go after Virginia Tech, I can't. Virginia Tech's grade's a B plus, mine's a B. Okay, well I can't use that. Let me back out and see what can I go after them at. Let's try Coach Prestige. I can't go after them there. Let me try another one. Stadium Atmosphere. Can't go after Virginia Tech there. Where can I go after Virginia Tech? Program Tradition? Oh, I can, even though it's not going to give me that much. Ah, that's a difference between this year and last year. Huh, interesting. You can actually back out of the topic. Interesting. All right, so there's that. All right, there's this guy. Okay, soft commit. Okay, now if I go into the call, he should commit, right? No, of course not. Oh my lord. How far am I ahead of North Carolina? 1,020 points. North Carolina hasn't even offered a scholarship. Why is this taking so long? There's that. Okay, now here are the guys that came and see what happens when you invite recruits during a bye week. A D plus visit, and the interest and the strengths weren't that far off. A C and a D plus. If you have a recruit come during a bye week, I mean, only if it's a last resort. It's like week 14, you have no more games left. But this is what happens when you have a recruit come during a bye week. C visit, terrible. I'm falling behind Ohio State, even though I don't really care. I'm just quick calls, and I'm not looking at these athletes. I'm more concerned about getting the positions I need at this point. Well, actually, I'm ahead of Boise. I'll just keep doing quick calls till the season's over. There we go. So we head over to week 9. All right, here we are, week 9. And I finally got a commit. That guard was so far ahead on with head of North Carolina. He finally committed. Okay, these athletes. This guy ended up, the Bolingbrook, Illinois athlete, ended up going to Ohio State. I guess Ohio State finally up and offered him a scholarship. But see, that's the thing. So just because he didn't have a soft commit to Ohio State. See, this is my problem. Like kind of the inconsistencies where the AI gets more of the benefit than you do. And I understand it's on Heisman level recruiting. But here's my problem. What was I, 200 points behind Ohio State last week? Ohio State had not offered a scholarship. And I was only 200 points behind. I had offered a scholarship and had been pursuing him all season. He just came on a visit. And he wasn't even soft committed to Ohio State. So then all of a sudden Ohio State just offers a scholarship and he's like, oh, I'll just go there. Now, if the situation was flipped, I don't think that would happen. So, but he wasn't a need of mine, and he's a bust anyway, so go on, you can go on to Ohio State. This guy ended up 6'7", ended up going to Auburn, which is fine. All right, who wants to tech? What? How did that happen? You gotta be kidding me. How did I lose him? You gotta be kidding me. Wow. I thought I had him. I thought I had those 2 middle linebackers locked in. All that time. Then all of a sudden they just leapfrog banner. Wow. I'm shocked on that one. Wow, that one kind of pissed. I'm kind of pissed off about that one. All of a sudden, Texas just leapfrogs me in the 11th hour. It takes them. Wow. All right. Well, somehow fell on this strong safeties list. I don't know how that works. All right. Well. All right. Still got these wide receivers. I'm so glad. See, now I'm worried. Alabama. Who knows? As soon as Alabama offers a scholarship, they'll probably take this guy out from under me too. So let me do a regular call. I can't believe I lost that middle linebacker to Texas. I'm Nebraska. It's not like I'm Northern Illinois or something. Man, I'd be really pissed if it was like a real dynasty. All that time dedicated, all those weeks, I was number one on his list, and all of a sudden Texas just swoops in and takes him. Maybe he visited Texas that week. But even so, at worst, it shouldn't just be a strong commit right off the bat. It should be a soft commit with a chance for me to flip it. But, amazing. So we're going after the King of Queens here after all these weeks. And I'm just giving us a quick call. Okay, so soft commit. If I go in, do a call, maybe I'll commit. No. I would do all the calls. Sometimes you'll get the commit through the phone call, and then sometimes the commit will just happen when you advance to the next week. This will probably be the case. Unless Texas, I'll see Texas is third here. Unless Texas comes, swoops in, and takes them. See, I'm kind of just getting delirious at this point. I would never pick up a load. I just want to get through this and now. All right, so now I need to go after it. He took the middle linebacker that was the gem, too. That's the killer. Man. Now I got the 4-star who's the 69, and I have to now because I'll be left. I can't believe I lost in the Texas. I am so mad. Let's see, how far is Georgia Tech behind? 320. I want to say Texas was further behind. I don't even know. I don't know. I didn't look. I don't remember how far Texas. I don't think they were that far about that. I don't think they were that close. But all right, should get commits from these two guys when we advance. He's ready for his visit. I'm just gonna do a quick call. I think I have all the things unlocked I need to have unlocked. Fortunately, it's not ideal, but this guy, just quick call. No, I didn't do quick call. I wanted to do quick call. I didn't want to go through all 6 here. That's fine. I didn't think I'd end up going, at this rate, I might end up going through the whole season trying to get these guys to commit. It's ridiculous. Maybe for the sake of dynasties, I might just do all-American recruiting. Just so it's not, I don't know. For my own personal dynasty, I'll do Heisman to challenge myself, but maybe like when I do online dynasty, maybe I'll do all-American. I don't know. We'll see. Well, no, I'm keeping it on Heisman. It should be a challenge. All right. So I got commits from potentially a 2-star. I didn't have a 4-star. Say I'm probably ranked like 115th in recruiting, but I mean I didn't need that much. So, all right, off to week 10. Here we are, week 10. And okay, so that athlete went to South Carolina. That was expected. But I finally got 2 commits. Okay, so I got the middle linebacker. I wish I would have had the other one that Texas stole from me, probably through improper means, but that's okay. I get Sam Anderson, 4 stars at 69, which isn't great. He was originally projected to be 72, went down a little bit. Got that 4-star punter. I'm great at landing punters. Got the 2 punters. All right, so finally got a soft commit from this Ivan guy. All right, good. I call him. Maybe I can get a commit here on a call. No. All right. Hopefully it'll commit during the simulation, during the advance. Looks like I have a ×2 call here, because it looks like I'm getting a lot of points. Yeah, I'm getting the recruiter advisor bonus here. So, which in previous years was the ×2 logo that you'd see, but it doesn't do that anymore. So yeah, getting this amount of points on this call will definitely help. It should be committed by next week. Yeah, I think about 800 points on that call, 790. So it should commit by next week. All right, still going after the King of Queens there. Come on, Kevin. TCU offered a scholarship plan there, so let me call. Now that TCU got in there and had to stick their nose in here. Yeah, I'd only be fair. I'd watch TCU come in here and take this guy from me. And I've been dedicating hour upon hour upon hour every week that TCU just swoops in and takes him. So I guess it's realistic. I'm sure that happens a lot. You're in school and you're recruiting a guy and everything looks good, and so you get that signature. It can change, right? All right. Yeah, look, 30, a May visit. I think Nebraska must have beat Michigan for getting a May visit. Now, let's see, Virginia Tech has an offer scholarship. We're 60 points behind Virginia Tech here. So this is good. Maybe I can land this guy, which I'd like, because I don't want to just rely on that 3-star strong safety. Maybe I can nab this guy. Pull a Texas and just come on in. But the difference is Virginia Tech hasn't even offered a scholarship or recruited him. I did. The recruiting advisor bonus here? Yeah, not that much though. Not as high as the other one. Now here's a situation where I really don't have anything good to select. So if you have that situation, do the prospect's choice to at least get that prospect's choice bonus. There you go. If I would have just went and selected proximity to home on its own, I wouldn't have had that extra 25 points. And this guy, still number 1 on his list. I do a quick call. Hey, if I can land him, he could play. He could play safety for me. He's a 4-star. He's 73 overall. He could be my backup plan if I don't end up. Yeah, it's like the same build as this guy, 6 points lower. Let's see. Would he project to be a strong safety? No, it looks like he's projecting to be a wide receiver. Spectacular catch 85, return 92. So now tackle 42, man coverage 18. No, he's definitely not going to be a safety. All right, so keep doing this till I get all my needs filled. We are going to advance to week 11. Here we are, week number 11. And I finally got a commit from that wide receiver, Herman Wood, finally. So now, I think I've gotten all my needs. I still need the depth. I still want that strong safety. Oh, look at that, I'm number 1. I leapfrogged Virginia Tech. Not only fell off, they fell to 4th. And I'm now number 1. So I want him, definitely, so I'm keep going after him. So we're going after Kansas State now. As much as I can. Which I have better grades. Ooh, nice. Took away 100. Must have that ×2 thing going. Hammer Kansas State here. Hammer them. Put him away. Nice. Even though it's low, it's an A+, and maybe there's a difference between us and Kansas State. Not that much of a difference. Usually I wouldn't select a topic like that that's low, but if you can take away, I would. Look at that, minus 134 at athletics facilities. That was huge. Alright, Kevin James still. Alright, it's getting close. It's getting close. Am I getting the advisor bonus here? But maybe this will help me lock it up finally. Get a good, like, 800, 900 point call or something. That'd be good. Almost 700, and took away 95 points from TCU. That should help. And I still got this guy. 1,000 points out of Boise. I'm still going to do a quick call on him. Now I might as well go through the whole season. That's why I've been doing this for 2 hours. Might as well, no point in stopping now. Let me go and see if anybody has fallen through the cracks. Maybe the number one. Did I put him on my board? The number one recruit? I thought I did. Most of the top 100 or 150 have committed. I'm thinking. I don't think there's anybody out there who's kind of fell through the cracks here. Just figured it'd be worth checking. Do it this way. You know what? Oregon hasn't offered this guy a scholarship. There's only 4 guys on his list. Why not? I should be able to get on his list just by adding him to my board. I need wide receivers. Why not? Went up 2 points to 75. Let me go all out. Let me offer him a promise too. I'm not going to redshirt yet. Oh, if I wanted to unlock it, I pressed down. I pressed down on the stick. Didn't work. Didn't read it. Got the most unlocked to Prospect's Choice. Very high. So far, so good. Let's see if we can sneak in and get Mr. James Rogers here. All right. Getting close to the end here. Somehow you're still listening to this. Yeah, God bless you. All right, advancing to week 12. All right, welcome to week 12. I believe I got another commit. Kevin James, finally got Kevin James to commit. He's in the fold. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys now. All right, wide receivers already ready for a visit. Getting add them to my board. Like I said, Oregon hasn't offered a scholarship, so let me see if I can get in there and take them. Let me scout them some more. Keeping up another point, 75 overall. Or I guess 74. I guess he went down, actually. Perfect. Yeah, we got 1 home game left. Hopefully I can have a good visit here. Give me one. Give me green. Give me a green. No, no red. No low. Prospect's Choice. There we go. B minus very high. I'll take that. Good. So we should have decent topics for the visit. I go after. Yeah, I can't go after Oregon for that. Not much. Minus 18, but something. All right. No visits. And if Nebraska beats Minnesota, could be like an A- type visit. All right, so this athlete, I'm just not even just doing quick calls on him again. why is that? I mean, I guess you can't get a commit through quick calls. It must be really hard because I'm 1,000 points out of Boise. Still taking forever. All right. So far, I'm still in the lead on this strong safety that I just added to my board 2 weeks ago or so. Gonna hammer Kansas State on this again. Thought that would be better. And I actually, if I end up landing this guy and landing that wide receiver, I think it'd end up being a pretty good recruiting season. I met all the needs I got, had some depth, and got some decent players. So I think it'll actually be a success. Just going by what Nebraska needed. Actually, I'm surprised. I didn't think I would have the top 25 recruiting class, but I do so far. All right, time to advance to week 13. All right, welcome to week 13, whatever it was. I noticed in the main menu, Nebraska had a record of 4-7, so I think they lost that game to Minnesota. But still had a B visit, and I'm up to third on his list, and Oregon still hasn't offered a scholarship, so I think I can still make up some ground here. But I don't think I'm gonna get a commit from this guy in season. It might have to go to off-season recruiting, which I'm not going to record. God, it went well over 2 hours. I'm spent. Wait, that's a stadium atmosphere a C- for Oregon? Really? That's interesting. I don't know what that's based on. And hey, he's finally self-committed after hours and hours of quick calls. Maybe he'll commit finally next week. I don't think I've ever had a campus visit that was a D plus. Even losses, again, don't do it during a bye week. Okay. All right, still holding on. I knocked Kansas. I kept going after Kansas State. I've knocked them down to third. Now Missouri is in second, so I'm gonna start going after Missouri. Program tradition. Even though it's low, take away some points from Missouri. Help my cause. There we go. All right. Advance it to week 14. Week 14 of recruiting. I'm about ready to fall asleep. I started doing this video in the morning, and now it's the evening, it seems. All right, so an athlete committed. Looks like he's gonna get wide receiver. So I'm gonna get a lot of wide receiver depth. I'm up to second place now. Oregon still hasn't offered a scholarship. I'm slowly creeping up on Oregon there. But again, I don't think I'm gonna get him in season. This might end up being something that I would get him in the off-season recruiting. Why is Oregon stadium atmosphere a C+? I know they have the dynamic grades that they can change during the season, but I can't imagine the stadium atmosphere would change that drastically. Program tradition C. Program tradition. I'm starting to mumble now. I've been talking for so long. Let's see. Still number one on this guy. Still can't get a soft commit yet. I say signing day, but I don't believe there's signing days until the off-season recruiting. All right. Now I'm going to advance to Conference Championship Week, and after that, I think recruiting is done. 24th recruiting class. Off to Conference Championship Week and a final look and see if I get any miracle commits from those two guys. All right, you're at the final week of recruiting. Actually, no recruiting's done this week, so I am done after about 2.5 hours of this video. If you guys listened to at least 30 minutes of this, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys watching the video, listening, and subscribing to the YouTube page. So I'm still number one on Chris McCall's list. Still pretty tight there with Kansas State, back up to number 2. But I would just start hammering them again in the off-season recruiting. I like my chance. I'm not going to record the off-season recruiting. I'm done. But I like my chances of landing him. Hopefully you guys learned some tips by watching this to help you with your recruiting. Now I'm only 40 points behind Oregon here, so I feel pretty confident landing him, taking over Oregon at some point, and locking him up at wide receiver, since he was someone I just added at the last second. So I think it was a successful recruiting class. Got all the needs. I got a top 25 recruiting class so far. 6 4-stars, 1 3-star, 1 2-star, and the 2-star was a punter that was rated in the mid-70s, so had the rating of a 3-star or a low 4-star. So I got all my needs. All right, so there you go, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the game when it comes out. Man, this was a grind, but thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing, and we will see you next time.